when you're fleeing communism and idiocy. Man, I really hope this is the last time I'm hauling that excavator. I'm hoping we can get this contract signed. There goes the deer blind, a deer tower, and a bunch of barn boards that Sharon didn't want. Great, nice guy. Shout out to Ryan. He knows who he is if he's watching. But a couple less things that we got to mess with. So now I have real fertilizer for them guys that have been busting my chops about throwing DEF fluid on. A little bit of nitrogen is not going to hurt anything on your beans or whatever you got. Yeah, one of the usuals is like, oh, it's only like throwing 5 pounds on 14 acres. Okay, whatever. It's a little shot of nitrogen directly into the leaves. If it helps, fine, you know, for 60 bucks. If it don't, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. But now I have from last year what I need. Got several different types of fertilizers. I got plot boost that you can put on anytime. You know, anytime during the growing season. The plot start, you can't, but the plot boost you can. So this was a real tricky one to get my weight right. I was able to get the mower up here, but then I was a little bit too back heavy. So I had to get something heavier right up in this slot. So I was able to put the roll bar down and really easy with the right chain maneuver, get that mower right here. So now I could swing that boom in the back and we'll be perfect or good for weight. Like I said, I judge by how that ramp goes. All right, here's a look at the barn. We got one of the mowers for this next trip. Excavator's gone. All the excavator attachments are gone. The only things left with the tractor is a bucket, forks, and the TR3 by design, if I gotta still maintain the gravel. That is still dead. And then some of this stuff's gonna be trash yet. Some of it's gonna be bonuses for the new owner, and some of it's gonna be in a burn pile. Progress, it's a lot of work, man. I mean, this is our whole life worth of building stuff up. But hey, when you're fleeing communism and idiocy, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I made it. That was kind of a challenging load. Of course, I'm not offloaded yet, but so far I got a little bit of damage on the mower. It's no big deal about that. See the hitch there, I accidentally bumped it and pushed it in with the blade. But if that's the worst damage on this whole thing from equipment, we'll be in real good shape. Okay, so this is how I got the brush cutter on there. Now let's see if I can get it off without busting anything or none of my windows or the mower. I didn't realize it was wedged a little, but it was just stuck on the blade, not the mower. So mower is going to be the next challenge. That's going to be interesting. I tried backing off, so I drove it up, jumped them wheels over that 8-inch lip, but now it won't back off. I tried that back at the house, so I got to lift the front end with the chain and pull it back a little. Okay, here again, let's see if I could do it without damaging it. I'm just trying to get the front wheels back onto the rest of the deck. That's it. All right, so now I'm gonna back the excavator off. When that deck comes up, it's gonna lift the rear end of the mower, but I think it'll be all right. Don't tell Sharon. I actually like this one, this mower, and if I had to, I could cut the long once or twice, maybe, but. Right now, the real moment of truth is if the excavator will fit in here, in that 8-foot door. Mower comes first, and then the excavator. Okay, so now the moment of truth. I was planning on storing my excavator in this beautiful big garage because I don't like mice and they destroy machines, but it might not fit. Let's see. Not gonna fit. Dang it. There goes part of our budget. I mean, they're gonna have to get at least one higher door installed, and that means the little coyote might not fit in, you know, or leave them outside for a while or in the lean-to. I guess we'll see. But that's it for me for today. It's been another long day. All right, you can see the beans coming up in this. This was really nasty, and there's the real bad briars, but what Phil sprayed on them, you could see, knocked them back. So yeah, this pocket might still work. So this segment, if you're following both of our channels, I'm documenting everything on Missouri land management on Kapper Outdoors 2.0. Kind of a long story, but anyways, I drilled soybeans in here. Turned out they were not Roundup ready, but this patch is still surviving because of all the brush and the briars that sucked up most of the Roundup. But if you want to follow that and the land management projects, I'll put a link in the description to the latest update over on 2.0. But it's a beautiful, beautiful farm we're moving to. Yeah, this is the longest part, and you can see they are knocked back, and I see lots of beans in here, so I'm hitting them really slow, but I think it's gonna work. I think this patch might work and turn into a beautiful bean patch. All right, so at my new Missouri desk, first this wheel blew out, now the next one blew out. That's what happens when you got old stuff, it gets dry rotted. So that is going out to the curb. Sharon's bringing me hers temporarily.
Borrow the Queen's throne.
Just temporarily.
For like an hour.
Okay.
But
I mean,
break it.
yeah, no kidding. Maybe I'm getting overweight or something, who knows, but dang it. Prim's very first outdoor adventure. Poor girl, she's stressed out on the trip for another move, but She's settling in nicely. She just loves her freedom, getting outside. You know, she stays close to the house, but, you know, she loves watching the birds and the rabbits and the mice and that. So this is her first time out. She's been here for like 3 days so far. We don't deny her her freedom. She absolutely loves the fresh air and the outdoors. Let's go check in on her over there. Where are you going? Don't go off my deck. That's a good girl. So that's my bedroom door where she's at right there. So this is my deck. Eventually I'm going to cut these bushes all down, trim this oak just a little more. But so if you know anything about cats, like that deck is elevated there. They love being on the high ground, and they love watching from the high ground. That's just their nature. That's a good girl. Stay up here. It's your first trip outside, checking out the house. That's a good kitty.